just a couple of things actually that I'd like to talk about this week. You might even be able to hear the wind outside, but I'm not going to talk about that. Just a couple of reflections really. The first, it follows on from my last live video, which was to do with curiosity. Now I mentioned curiosity actually during a program for some college lecturers during the week. So I was talking about curiosity, the relationship between curiosity and creativity and innovation. And I also talked to them about design thinking and some other things. And then in the chat at the end, there was a question from somebody saying, could you please give me some links to some YouTube videos for design thinking? Now, yes, that's entirely possible, I could, but I'd just been talking about curiosity, and as a light-hearted sort of comment in that, I did actually mention Google everything. So why not Google design thinking, or in this case, as there were lecturers, design thinking for education, and get a whole heap of resources. So the curiosity point had actually just gone completely by the board. So I guess I'm saying, if you're going to be curious, be curious. Don't ask other people to be curious for you. Just see where that goes. And also, we're all guilty of downloading far too much. Yes, it's a great way. Ask Google, ask Dr. Google, whatever. But so many of us don't actually upload anything. There's yes, we can suck in knowledge, but we can also create it as well. So that's the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about. The other thing was I revisited some old material to do with committees and boards and meetings, and this happened to coincide with something else that I'd bumped into during the week to do with the public sector. And the old article that I had written said something about if you want to be good at innovation, ban committees. Now, I'm not saying really that you have to ban every single committee, but please think about what committees do. They tend to meet infrequently. Often they can be organised such that you can't actually sign off anything or make a decision unless certain members are present, so you have to wait maybe for another cycle. Often people are there who've not been at the coalface doing stuff for a long time, so they can't really contribute. They don't really have up-to-date knowledge or views. They're only there because it's seen as a symbol of their authority that they are there. So that's another one of these things. And also, these committees, when I say committees, very often, to be honest, it's people who have adopted a Prince methodology and are implementing it badly, and their project board is well removed from the project team. So what you should really do, be thinking of how can you make those executives, the decision makers, closer to your project team. Why not have them as an extension of your project team? As long as they're the people that can take the decisions, as long as they're people that can actually say yes or no, give you money if necessary. I'm not saying you have to bypass the whole structure. Just be very mindful of the way you implement things like Prince 2. Prince 2 does not say you have to have this structure. It says you have to have these functions. Now, these functions can be embedded in your structures in different ways. So the shorter the lines of communication, the shorter the lines of knowledge passing, the better things are going to be. So that's all for now, just an update on curiosity. And please, not necessarily ban all committees, but please review why you have them and see if the functionality can be put elsewhere to make things much more efficient.